All right, welcome back. We're here again reading Almost Odis, written by me, Dusty Thompson, your favorite fill in the blank. Whatever I am to you, I'm probably your favorite one. I'm probably also your only one, but whatever. Semantics. This is the blog on page 36, dated September 30th, 2011, entitled Onomatopoeia. It's almost funny the number of noises emanating from the general area of my father, up to and including his dog Lulu. I love Lulu. Not only are there the previously mentioned toxic fumes, but there are also random bursts of what I can only describe as auditory clatter. For example, he has recently begun singing, apropos of nothing, the 1960 song Brand New Key. You know, the I've got a brand new pair of roller skates, you got a brand new key. You know that song? I don't know why either. Of course, it's preferable to his usual song choice, which starts with the timeless phrase, I don't know, but I've been told a green grasshopper has a red. I'll leave that last word to the mysteries parked in his noggin, y'all. There are also the staccato bursts of whistling, which, although impressive, occur at random times and tend to startle one who is used to a quiet little abode. I didn't realize old people are such loud people. Not only with the level of sound needed for them to enjoy the TV, but the loudness of the talking, the coughing, the wheezing. Ooh, hold on a minute, I think he needs his inhaler. Sometimes I can't tell if he's having a bronchial incident, as the ER docs call it, or if he's just practicing his pre-pout huffing. He is an Olympic-level pouter. It's truly astonishing. The fact he's lost 12 pounds in 3 weeks is purposefully ignored by him. His only focus is he has only been allotted one soda since he arrived. I explained to him that diabetics can't have regular soda. Since he refuses to drink diet soda because of the aftertaste, he can't have any at all. What aftertaste he's referring to is beyond me, since he is a big fan of Sweet and Low, and everybody knows that tastes like an old lady smells, white shoulders and baby powder. Anyway, the noise level doesn't abate even when he begins to slumber, which occurs at any given time of the day or night. He sleeps in bursts, like an overworked programmer for some Silicon Valley company. At this time when I lived in Palo Alto, I actually lived in Menlo Park, and Facebook was 1 mile from my house, so I know about programmers in Silicon Valley. Every couple of hours, he'll nod off and then suddenly wake up like the girl in Pulp Fiction when John Travolta gave her the adrenaline shot. You know how she jumped and gasped? Although he adds a look of accusatory confusion that says, where am I and what happened to my sandwich? I already discussed our TV taste and the fact that we have agreed to play nice and allow each other to watch our favorite shows from time to time. Being a non-regular viewer of TV, but a hardcore user of Netflix, I am usually exceedingly generous with the remote. However, I have grown used to the habit of enjoying my DVDs on Tuesdays and Saturdays and watching each one the day it comes in and returning it the next day. You remember a billion years ago when people used to get DVDs from Netflix instead of just watching everything on demand? The good old days. Obviously, all the selections in my queue were chosen long before this cohabitation was even a glimmer of an idea in the back of my mind. And even though he enjoyed the Burn Notice Season 4 marathon, he does not care for multiple episodes of the new Sherlock Holmes. I love me some Benedict Cumberbatch. He thinks that's something you eat. He decided to be polite and said, This show is not interested in me at all, so go on, I'm going to take a nap until you get your fill. Well, that seemed awfully benevolent until the snoring began. Both he and Lulu are mouth breathers in the literal sense. She because of her Boston Terrier heritage, very short snout, and he because of the numerous nose breakings throughout his life from incidents and allegations the likes of which he will not disclose. And this reticence is from a man who had a conversation that veered from flatulence to the Playboy channel in his initial conversation with one of my employees. And the snoring not only began in earnest, it crescendoed to the point I had to leave the room as I couldn't turn up the volume enough to hear it without waking the slumbering duo, and I just flat out refused to use closed captioning on any program spoken in English. I'll gladly read a foreign film, but my fanciness has boundaries, y'all. I was forced from the room like a despot from his third world throne, although the noise from those unhappy mobs is no match for the chaotic symphony of numerous sleep-interrupting horks, the loud metallic plangs and wooden plumps of his recliner being declined. Is that the opposite of recline? And the random snorfs, that's a snort and a sniff combo, of both father and dog. At least I'm used to them now. The first night he lived here and got up to use the bathroom around 2 a.m., I thought somebody was trying to break into the house and get me, and I near about wet myself before remembering he was here, and a successful burglar/serial killer wouldn't make that kind of racket. Throughout the evening, I've been trying to think of a way to bring this whole thought home and maybe some sense of situation, but I've come to realize it's not really that simple. There's not always a Family Ties-esque synopsis that both educates and entertains. No self-important hippies here. Truth is, he's old and loud and set in his ways. I can be downright persnickety. No, I can't. I'm just not like that. I'm very easygoing. And am more set in my ways than I ever imagined or admitted. But we're family, and you can make do with the cards you're dealt. At least that's what Kenny Rogers, may he rest in peace, taught us. And although some days I may feel ready to run, I'm not ready to fold him just yet. And before I go, a very interesting side note. There's a Kenny Rogers Roasters in the Manila, Philippines airport. We saw it when we went to the Philippines on our honeymoon. Ben didn't understand how cool that was. Because he was like, I don't know what Kenny Rogers Roasters is. He didn't even know who Kenny Rogers was. What can you do?
No, I know him.
I'm kidding, baby. He knows who Kenny Rogers is, y'all. I would never want to say the wrong thing. He sings his songs out loud all the time. Sometimes when we're asleep. It's scary. But anywho, on that note, thank you, and we'll see you next time.